We are going to see the load characteristics of compound generator. So compound generator, in the sense, it will have two field windings, that is series field winding and shunt field winding. So this is your series field winding and this is the shunt field winding. So both the windings are connected. Series field winding is connected in series with the armature and shunt field winding is connected in parallel with the armature. So the compound generator will have the two field windings and this will be the prime mover. So the prime mover is connected for giving the mechanical input to the generator, and this will be the circuit diagram for the load characteristics of compound generator. So we are having the prime mover circuit, that is a shunt motor, and we are having the compound generator. So from this we are going to take the load characteristics. So in this we are having 3-point starter. So for giving supply to this motor, that is prime mover, we are giving the 230 volt DC supply, and we are having 3-point starter for starting this motor, and this is the 640 ohms 1.1 amps rheostat for the varying the field current of this motor. So by means of 3-point starter we are starting this motor, and by varying this rheostat we are varying the speed of the motor. So first thing, we have to set the rated speed for the motor. For this we are using this rheostat, and in the generator side we have armature and some field winding. There is your series field winding. So and here we are having some SPSTS switch, that is single pole single throw switch. So after starting this motor we are having field connection, that is we have to close this SPSTS switch, and we are having 0 to 2 amps ammeter for measuring this field current, and by means of varying this field rheostat we can vary the field rheostat. So by means of varying this field rheostat we can set the rated voltage in this voltmeter. The rated voltage of this generator is 230 volts, and after setting 230 volt we have to turn on the load. So up to, by varying this load, we can increase the load current. So the load current can be increased by means of varying this load up to the rated current of this generator. So this is your generator. So this is the DC motor. So the DC motor will have the nameplate detail of 230 volts, and the rated current is 15.5 amps and rated speed is 1500 rpm. And this is your generator, that is compound generator. So compound generator will have the rated voltage of 230 volts and 11 amps as the rated current, and the rated speed is 1500 rpm. It is a 2.5 kilowatt generator, and the field current excitation is 0.37 amperes. So this will be the rated nameplate details. So in this we are having two field windings, that is series field winding and shunt field winding. So depends upon the field winding connection we can have two types of compound generators, that is cumulative compound and differential compound. So here the A is connected to Y, and from the Y it is connected to the next shunt field winding. So we can reverse this connection. The A can be connected to YY, and from the Y we can connect to the next shunt field winding. So depends upon the field winding connection of the series field winding. We can have two types of compound, that is cumulative compound and differential compound. So cumulative compound, in the sense, the field winding, series field winding flux and the shunt field winding flux will be additive, so that the output voltage will be greater. Suppose if it is a differential compound, means both the fluxes, series field winding flux and the shunt field winding flux will be in differential in nature, so that the field winding is, if the shunt field winding is increased or if the load current is increased, the total field flux will be reduced. So in that case the output voltage will be, or the terminal voltage will be reduced. So in cumulative compound both the fluxes are additive. So for every increase in load, the field current through the series field winding is increased, so that the output voltage will be increased for every increase in load current. For a differential compound both the fluxes are differential in nature, so the total flux will be the difference of the two fluxes. So for every increase in load, the current through the series field winding will also increases, so that the difference in flux will be reduced, so that the output voltage will be reduced for every increase in load current. So now we can go for the connection. So first we can do cumulative compound. So for this is the prime mover connection, that is from the positive to we have connected to the L of the 3-point starter, and this is here the 4-point starter, and the F terminal of the starter is connected to the input terminal of the rheostat. So here the rheostat is 640 ohms, 1.2 amps. So this is the input terminal, and the output terminal, that is a variable point, is connected to the field of the motor, that is the F terminal of motor, and the A terminal of the 3-point starter is connected to the A terminal of motor, and another one, that is a fourth terminal, is N. So that is connected to the minus, that is minus of your DC supply. So the voltage 230 volt DC supply. So the N is connected to minus of DC supply, and this minus is also connected to the AA terminal of the motor. So this is the AA terminal. So the AA terminal is connected to the negative of the DC supply, and again here the FF and AA are interconnected as per the circuit connection. So the FF and AA are interconnected. So this is your prime mover connection or the motor connection. So the next one is the generator connection. For giving generator connection, so the AA, the armature terminal A should be connected to Y, and from the YY it is connected to SPSTS switch, and then to from the output of the SPSTS switch it is connected to the ammeter minus terminal. From the ammeter plus terminal it is connected to rheostat. From the rheostat the output, the variable terminal, to the series shunt field winding, and FF terminal to again AA. So across this voltmeter is connected. From the to measure the load current we have connected some 0 to 15 amps MC meter. So let us see the connection for the generator side. So here A and Y are connected, and from the field winding, that is YY, so YY it is connected to the SPSTS switch. From the SPSTS switch the output is connected to the ammeter, that is 0 to 2 amps ammeter, and from the positive terminal of this 2 amps ammeter it is connected to the resistance input terminal, and from the this is a resistance input terminal, that is rheostat. This is also 640 ohms, 1.2 amps rheostat, and the output terminal of the rheostat, that is a variable point of the rheostat, is connected to the shunt field winding F, and the FF is connected, that is the shunt field winding terminal FF is connected to the AA, and again so now for connecting the voltmeter is connected across, that is negative terminal of the voltmeter is connected to YY, and the positive terminal is connected to the AA terminal, that is armature terminal. Then from the negative terminal of the voltmeter it is connected to the 15 amps meter, that is in minus terminal, and from the plus terminal of the ammeter it is connected to the load, and the load is another terminal is connected to the positive of voltmeter. So likewise here the voltmeter minus, so this is the voltmeter 300 volt voltmeter, it is connected to the YY terminal. So this is the YY terminal, that is the red color wire, and the plus terminal of the voltmeter is connected to the AA terminal, and the voltmeter minus terminal it is connected to the load current meter, that is 20 amps ammeter, and the another terminal of the ammeter is connected to the load positive. Likewise the negative terminal, the positive terminal of the voltage is connected, voltmeter is connected to the load. So this is about the connection. And now for a procedure, so we have to start the motor by means of a 3-point starter. We have to start the motor, and by varying this field rheostat we can give we can adjust the rated speed of this prime mover, and after that we have to close this SPST switch, and after that we have to vary this rheostat for setting the rated voltage in this voltmeter, that is 230 volt. Up to 230 volt we have to vary this rheostat, and after setting 230 volts we can give the load. By varying this load up to rated current of this generator, that is up to 11 amps, we can load this compound generator. So that is for one type of connection, that is cumulative compound. So after that we can go for the differential compound. So by means of DPSTS switch we can turn on the DC supply for the prime mover, and we are starting the starter. So now we can measure the speed of this motor. So by means of tachometer. So by means of tachometer we are measuring the speed. So it is already 1558, so that we cannot adjust the speed of the motor. And now we can vary now the motor side is started, and then now we can adjust the generator side for giving rated voltage or for setting the rated voltage in the generator. So for that first we have to close this SPSTS switch, and after closing this switch, so we have to vary the voltage. So by means of varying this rheostat, of varying this field rheostat, the voltage can be increased. So by means of adjusting this rheostat, the voltage is not adjusting. So now the voltage is increased up to 230 volts by means of varying the generator side rheostat. Now we can measure the no load readings. The output voltage or the terminal voltage is 230 volts, and the field current is 0.3 ampere, and the field current is 0.3 ampere, and the load current is 0. So for the tabulation we are having, we have to take 3 readings, that is shunt field current, terminal voltage, load voltage VL, and IL, that is load current. So 3 readings we have to take. So for the initial case, the field current will be 0.32 ampere, and the voltage is 230 volts, and the current is 0 amperes. Now we can increase the load. So this is the resistive load we have connected. So for this we are turning on the first main switch, and we are increasing the first load, that is 0.25 kilowatt, and we can see the current is increased to 1 amps. Now the load is increased to 1 amps, and the voltage is 230 volts, and the field current is also increased, that is 0.32 ampere. Then next we can increase the second load. So for the second load increase, the load current is increased to 2 amps, and the voltage is decreased to 228 volt, and the field current is constant, that is 0.32. And then for the third load, the current is increased to 4 amps, and the load voltage is 220 volts, and the same field current, that is 0.32. And the next load we are increasing. Now the load current is 6 amps, and for the another load, the load current is 7.6 amps, and for the another load we are having 9.2 amps, and up to 11 amps we can take the readings. So this is nearer to 11, so that we can stop the readings. So up to 11 amps, that is the rated current of this motor generator is 11 amps, so that we can take the readings up to 11 amps. So now we can reduce all the loads, so that the load current will be increased. So after reducing the load, we can turn off the loads. So already we have taken one type of connection, and the another type of connection we have to interchange the Y and YY. over here the Y and YY connection should be interchanged. So here the minus terminal and the minus terminal of the ammeter is connected, so this should be interchanged to Y, and the YY connections all should be interchanged to A. So likewise here we have given 2 wires in the YY and 2 wires in the Y. So these 2 terminals, all the wires should be interchanged for the another type of mode. So one will be cumulative and another one will be differential mode. So in cumulative mode, for every increase in load voltage, load current, the voltage will be increased, and for the in differential mode, for every increase in load, the voltage will be decreased. So that is the difference between cumulative compound and differential compound. So the cumulative compound, both the fluxes are additive, and in differential compound, both the fluxes, series field flux and shunt field fluxes are differential, so that the total flux will be less, so that the output voltage will be reduced for every increase in load current. Thank you.